We welcome you to the media ministry of Denton Bible Church. What follows is a debate organized and co-sponsored by Denton Bible Church and held on the University of North Texas campus on October 22, 2001. The debate is between Dr. William Lane Craig and Dr. Marcus Borg. We will also hear responses from Dr. Darrell Bock and Dr. Daryl Schmidt. We are joined now by the moderator, Mr. Kirby Anderson.
Good evening. I will be your moderator for this evening, and we are going to, I think, have a very robust debate on a very important topic. I might just mention as we begin that there will be some breaks along the way in case you need to leave. I hope that you will all stay for the entire program, but I understand given some of the constraints that some of you may do so, please try to stay in your seat until we get to one of those breaks, and we'll do our best to try to accommodate you appropriately. It has been said that the unexamined life is not worth living, and perhaps it is true also that unexamined faith is not worth believing. And tonight we are looking at, I think, one of the most important issues of faith, certainly for those who would call themselves Christians. The Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 15 says that the resurrection is the very cornerstone of a Christian's faith. And yet at the same time, as I travel on university campuses, I have noticed, especially during Easter time, what might be called the battle of the newspaper ads. For a number of years, there have been Christian professors on various campuses during the Easter period that will sign their name and say that they believe that Jesus Christ rose from the dead. And that has led to a flurry of counter ads suggesting that Jesus did not rise from the dead or was buried in a common grave or actually did not die, or these were a series of hallucinations. And many of those issues are going to be on the table tonight. And so if for no other reason than for you college students, this is an important topic. But for any of us that watch television, we recognize that this is an issue that also has been in the news quite a bit. Peter Jennings had an ABC special looking at the historical Jesus, and one of the foundational issues that was addressed that evening is the very topic that we're going to be talking about tonight. So for many reasons, I think that this is going to be a very informative debate, a debate among individuals who know each other fairly well. A while back, there was a debate that William Lane Craig did with John Dominic Crossan, and one of the respondents was Marcus Borg. It has been said that for those of us in the local media, every time we hear from one Darrell, we hear from the other Darrell, whether it's Daryl Schmidt or Darrell Bock, and they were going to be providing responses tonight. So I think you're going to have an opportunity to not only hear from scholars in the field, but people that know each other's arguments, and will probably take that to the next level. If you have your handout, I want to just to help you get a pretty good sense of what we are going to do tonight. In our first major segment, we are going to hear from first Dr. Borg and then Dr. Craig. Each will have 20 minutes for their presentation. Then that will be followed by a rebuttal from each of them. Then we'll have a 2-minute break that will give you a chance to stand up and stretch. We encourage you to stay at your seats, but again, that is at least one of the breaks we have built in. And then we will hear from Daryl Schmidt and Darrell Bock. They will be giving a response as well. After those responses, we will have another break, and we will do two various items in our final segment. One will be a crossfire section. We will put chairs out here, and I will ask them questions, try to get some interaction between them as well. And we will also give you, as you will notice there, microphones in the audience, a chance to ask questions. Please, let me hasten to add right now, we are looking for questions, not sermons, and I'm quite willing, if we need to cut a microphone off if it gets too long. So be thinking of your question now. We'll do our best to try to give you some material. We will then close with Dr. Craig and Dr. Borg, and I'll have some final comments. And I thank you for taking out a Monday evening. I know there are many other things that you could do. I am glad that you are here, and I think you will be very glad that you have come as well.